You have to treat it carefully, otherwise you will have false thematic at the end because it's not from the same group. So this is the exploration industry. I just show some shots from what I've been doing in the last 5 years. Resources need to be discovered. A lot of technology used, especially maps. So GIS take a lot of raw remote sensing images we use to look at the area. But at the end, you have to go down in the ground, go in the bush, find the rocks, and test it. So that's colorful. We normally use a lot of sensors. You look at it, you sniff it, you feel it, and then you test for the grade. Now, that's me working with the maps. So a lot of data, do analysis. Some of the data still in analog, in paper, so you do working with maps, but most of the data already been digitized. So overlays, layers, and it's multidiscipline because in my company we have environmental department, you have the IT department, you have GIS department, you have geology department. I was sort of liaising between, sort of transferring between geologists and the GIS and computing department because I sort of understand both. So it's very useful, the knowledge. And in the right, you can see that we do a lot of empowerment of local people. In Laos, I spent almost 3 years in Laos, and we work with the villagers and train them and get even the females. So that's what MDG is, empowerment of local people and equal opportunity of genders. So that's what we apply also in our activity to get more women involved, from the data acquisition to even to the training of more advanced in the office. Sometimes in a remote area, you still bring your laptop, but just a tough book, the one that can sustain the rough terrain in data acquisition in the field. I think one of the MDG is about environmental care and sustainability. And in all our projects, we take care of the environment, minimize the impact as small as possible, and then recontour the area back to where, as close to where how it was before. So minimize the impact in exploration. I skip the mining part. This is ore processing. We have the plant in Laos to process the ore. Those are the products. Now, that's my, I basically live in the mine area and work as a geologist, sometimes working with map info, with the maps then, and some spatial analysis. And we also do environmental sustainability programs. This is interesting because I think our company, it was Oxiana and then changed to Oz Mineral. It was the first mine in Laos, and a lot of environment means physical environment and also people, community. So community development was done a lot also in the area, empowerment of local people. The lady here are weaving because we established the project of mulberry and the silkworm. So the silkworm was then weaved to make fabric, traditional fabric, and also monitoring of environment was done. We communicate also with the environmental department in terms of mapping. So they also have data and the maps. So it's very important. Now, this is where I've worked. Just to summarize, the blue circles, this is my company I work for. We have we concentrate in Southeast Asia and Pacific. It was Australian company, but now been bought by a Chinese company. So I was in I started in Ambon when I came back. How do you write? Need some help.
Good there.
Okay. So I started in Ambon, if you recall, as a consultant to local government and an NGO, international NGO. And then I moved to Laos for almost 3 years, worked there as a geologist, exploration geologist, and sometimes with work a lot with GIS team. And then I got an opportunity to move to to Thailand, which is a neighboring country. After that, I was back to Indonesia, but to another project called Martabe in north part of Sumatra, near to the area was hit by tsunami. Martabe is a mine in developing, so I was called there to assist with special analysis. This is a little bit technical part that I promised. So I was in Martabe to do special analysis on drainage catchment. So it's a catchment analysis using mainly 3 softwares. IOGAS, which is produced by IO Global in Perth, Australia. It's a geochemistry software to analyze elements. And very easy to use. I'm not promoting it, but I found it easy to use to graphically present the statistical data. And MapInfo, as you know, it's a desktop GIS. And a stream builder. Stream builder, if you're familiar with MapInfo, you probably have come across this is extension of an add tools to MapInfo to deal with drainage. So the data used was DEM and a stream sediment sample. So in exploration, the first pass that we go in the area, normally we take sediment from the stream to look what elements there. The methods was EDA, exploratory data analysis, very difficult to say, using geostatistic parameters, mean, median, scatter plots, Tukey outliers to see the outliers and so on from a group of data or data set. This is what I mentioned yesterday when we discussed that it's very difficult to treat the data if you don't know where it comes from, because sometimes it will give you false alarm. Then we generate basins or catchment. You can generate digital drainage and then assign values. So quickly, this is just to clean the data first, sieve the data. I use one group only, same data source, which is British Geological Survey data, and then graphic presentation of statistic. Take note the outliers, leveling if necessary. That means if there is difference, probably different age or stage in the data, we can do leveling in this software. Catchment analysis, generate stream, and then generates catchment. And we can plot the, 3D view of it. Generate stream with tribute. We can plot and see how many catchment are actually under sample. So this is something we do also in IOGAS and plot the point densities, grade or value versus catchment size, and then median as a threshold, and you can see the decaying curve, and you can probably determine effective catchment size for the sampling. So after that, apply parameters and ranking of the targets. This is what we do in exploration. So, for example,